guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today, guys, another review. And today, guys, I'm reviewing episode 6 of season 2 of The Mandalorian, which is called The Tragedy, which I did review the other episodes in the season, also season 1, so check out those videos if you haven't seen it. And also, make sure you go watch the episode before you watch this, because, this will contain spoilers, but... episode 6, The Tragedy, because, last episode, Ahsoka Tano told him to go to this one planet. I forgot the name of it, honestly, but honestly, really love the look of the planet, and I feel like we haven't really seen a planet like this in Star Wars before, but, she's like, oh yeah, go place Grogu on top of the stone, or on the Jedi temple, or whatnot, and maybe another Jedi will hear him, or whatnot, or something like that. So, they go there, and it looks, honestly, I do love the look of this planet, though, but, you can tell they, filmed it out in Arizona or something like that, but, pretty much, they get there, he places them on the stone, and, nothing's happening at first, but then you hear the ship, enter the atmosphere, and it's coming in for a landing, then you see it's the slave one, you're like, holy shit, and, the slave one goes and lands, and Mando's like, okay, come on, let's get out here, and then, of course, that's whenever Grogu starts doing his force projection kind of, beacon kind of thing. I don't really know what it's called, but, Mando can't really grab him, so he's like, okay, well, you just kind of stay here, I'll go check it out, but... and pretty much, it's the man Boba Fett, which it's great to see him back. And he's pretty much like, so you gonna give me that armor of Cobb Vanth, and, I've been tracking you for a while, so, give me that armor now, and he's like, Mando's like, no, and he's like, well, yes, and he's like, well, I'm gonna shoot you, and he's like, well, no, because I got a sniper trained on, your little friend up there on the rock, and it turns out it's Fennec, which is, that, assassin from the first season, and, whenever, she, supposedly died, you see Boba Fett walk up to her, what we thought was Boba Fett back then, which actually turns out it was Boba Fett, which is kind of cool, but... Pretty much, he saved her life, and she's like half android or something now, or something like that, but, and now she's in debt to him, so, they're kind of traveling around together, and they're like, let's just all put down our weapons and talk about this, so, he's like, that armor belonged to my dad, so it's rightfully mine, and Mando's like, did you take the creed? Well, no, I didn't think so, so it's mine, and it belongs to the Mandalorians, and he's like, well, actually, it kind of belongs to me, but then, you see these, other ships enter the atmosphere, which is kind of like looks like a predecessor to the First Order troop transporter, but it's Imperial troop transport, so, and this whole, platoon of stormtroopers come in, and really awesome fight scene, because, Grogu's still up on the rock, doing his little beacon kind of thing, trying to attract the Jedi in. Let me just say, first of all, the action in this episode is absolutely amazing, because it's this episode is directed by Robert Rodriguez, which, if you know anything about him, it's just awesome knowing that, kind of like when Carl Weathers directed the Siege, just knowing that, who directed this is just awesome to me, but I don't know, but... And pretty awesome fight, you got Fennec, just up there sniping some stormtroopers and stuff, they're all coming up the side of the mountain or whatnot, and, Boba Fett straight up wrecking them, like, holy shit, he's wrecking them with his little baton kind of thing, and you see, like, the stormtroopers, like, faces cave in, and, cracked armor flying everywhere, and it looks like one guy's head got completely, like, 360'd around, and, like, oh, it's just so violent, but I love it, but... And, Mando's still trying to get Baby Yoda, because, a second transport's coming in. He's like, hey, so you gonna come with me, Grogu? And he's like, nah, I'll just stay here and keep meditating or whatnot. And he's like, okay, well, I'll go down here and help. And as soon as he leaves, because, this is by the time the second troop transport, gets there, Grogu's like, okay, I'm tired now. And, he stops doing it, which is right after Mando walks away, but, whatever, but... And, Boba Fett, he sees the Razor Crest weapons, so they're like, let me just go and get my armor. And, Fennec and Mando meet back up, and, it's pretty awesome. They're kind of surrounded or whatnot, but then Boba Fett comes flying in with his armor and his jetpack and whatnot, and absolutely starts wrecking them, and, that armor fits him perfectly, so I'm guessing that's why it kind of looked a little silly on Cobb Vanth, because, the armor was made for, the actor that's playing Boba Fett now, but... Boba Fett comes in and absolutely wrecks them, but then we see Moff Gideon's, Star Cruiser, or whatever it's called, floating up in the atmosphere, and he's like, gonna send down the Dark Troopers, so, these Dark Troopers, which look like droids to me, I'm pretty sure they're droids, come flying down, grab Baby Yoda, and they're like, see ya. And Boba Fett's in the slave room, he's like, you want me to shoot them? He's like, nah, there's a child with him, so don't shoot him, and... because the deal was kind of, if you give me the armor, we'll help you protect the child, which, and then they're like, yeah, we'll still honor it for you, so. And also, Mando's ship, the Razor Crest, is absolutely, like, obliterated by the cannon on the Moff Gideon's destroyer. So, pretty much like a dreadnought cannon we saw in Last Jedi. But, the Razor Crest is absolutely desolated, I guess. The only thing that really survived was the Beskar spear from the last episode and, Baby Yoda's little shifter knob, which... guess that's kind of a metaphorical item, I guess. But and then they go to Navira and they're like, hey, so we kind of need your help, to Cara Dune. And she's like, well, I mean, I am part of the New Republic now, so I can't really do what I, used to be able to. And he's like, well, I need your help finding Mayfield, which is Bill Burr's character from the first season. And, he's locked up on the Star Cruiser because, whatever he did, you remember from the first season, which, he was kind of a dick. But I guess he's coming back, which I'm kind of excited for because I do like Bill Burr, and his character was, a nice little addition. So, like, they'll be teaming up. Like, next episode, they're going to break him out and team up. And the ensuing battle, like, the final battle, is going to be epic. I can already tell, but... especially since, whatever Jedi Baby Yoda, reached out to, like, I'm guessing they're going to come to the fight and whatnot, and I'm guessing Cara Dune, Grief Karga, just everybody's going to come, and it's going to be awesome, but, and then, Moff Gideon, Baby Yoda, he's just throwing around these stormtroopers that are guarding him, and it's really funny. And then he tuckers himself out. Moff Gideon's like, yeah, you like my Darksaber? And he, kind of waves it from him. He's like, you ain't ready for this yet. But, and then the episode kind of ends there. And, oh my goodness, this episode was so good. Like, but whenever I saw the title screen come on, I was like... the tragedy. Let me guess, Baby Yoda's gonna get, taken by Moff Gideon and the Empire, whatever it is now. And I was right, but it was kind of expected. I knew it was gonna happen later, probably sooner than later, honestly. But this is easily up there with episode 5 and season 2 as my favorite. So I'm probably gonna give this episode a 9.7 out of 10. The action scenes were great. I love seeing Boba Fett in his armor, and the slave one was awesome. Kind of sad the Razor Crest got obliterated. But whatever. Really excited to see next week's episode and then the season finale. But anyway, guys, check out my Twitter and Discord, link in the description. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode down below. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.